I believe that we are living in an era where productivity, efficiency, effectiveness, consistency, standardization, all these things can be achieved. Whereas probably 20 years ago, you needed different systems, you need different processes, different expertise. But uh, now at your fingertips, you would be able to actually get all the information that is required. So I'm going to take, can you hear me? Because I saw that I was muted. Okay, so I would like to take few minutes to orientate, where the world is going, especially with the AI. Couple of years ago, when Gen AI hit us hard, we were just thinking that it is probably one other technology, but it was a huge disruption. And nobody can say that they have actually understood the potential of that 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago. But now, if you look at it, it's actually one of the biggest disruption with the high impact across all the functions, across all the industries. I'm talking about the Gen AI. Gen AI was a mammoth disruption. Probably some of us have taken cognizance of it, some of them might not have. But I, being in this field and learning every day about it, not just Gen AI, but the AI technologies, and that I believe that we should not let this thing move forward without being part of it. We need to be part of it. And if we want to be part of it, we have no other way but to learn continuously, because that's the only way that you can keep up with the space. Keep up with the pace, keep up with the space, both of them. Now, for that, what is required? I would like to just give you tips and then we will dive into the AI agents topic. And if you are already using ChatGPT, okay, you are using some of the features of the Gen AI. But we also need to look at the other models, other Gen AI applications that are available, such as, Grok. Grok is another one. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about it. GROK. If you go there, I mean, it's factual based, and it doesn't have any biasness. You can ask fair questions. It will give you fair reasoning behind that. It has deep thinking. It has all of that information that is required. Even some of the sensitive information as well, you can ask. It's factual based. It's also combining a lot of social media data and getting you the results that are required. And probably about 3 to 4 weeks ago, it has created huge thing in some of the countries where those questions that were not answered by Gen AI, Grok could answer those ones uh, with diplomacy, with sometimes frankness, with sometimes factfulness. So Grok is one of the, I say that at this point in time, one of the popular tools, one of the popular Gen AI applications. If you have not used it, please try it. Again, try it not to unearth some of the facts that are hidden, but also to learn, because it also gives you reasoning. The second one, that again probably it's not rated high because they were not in the top three, even Gemini as well, because it was sitting with lot of information which was coming out of all the web pages and the online stuff. So that's also good. So if you would like to learn about AI agents as well, you can go and give the prompts. The way that we have to interact with these applications, by asking them simple questions. Don't complicate the matter. Your prompt need to be as simple as it can be understood by any human being. You do not have to, try to ask questions or prompt in very much a technical way. You don't have to. You can ask a natural in your natural language, and some of these are available also in other languages as well. So my suggestion to all of you is that if you really would like to learn about a new topic, explore more, or even for career guidance or any advice or anything, check out a couple of applications of Gen AI like Grok, Gemini. Yes, OpenAI is definitely, Microsoft Copilot is another one. There are several others as well. IBM has got its own. There are several others as well, but I would like you not to just wait until somebody tells you, somebody trains you, somebody enables you. These sessions actually are really great for those who would like to, understand it from somebody who has already practiced. But if you have basic knowledge of the AI or the AI agents or maybe data science or maybe machine learning models, then you can actually go and improve your knowledge. My sincere request to all the students, all the entrepreneurs, all the tech professionals, or even non-tech professionals is that please spend at least 30 minutes every day on these Gen AI applications, enhancing our language. Don't ask silly questions because you're going to get all the answers for that, and then your time will be wasted. One of the precious things in this era is the time, and we will have to utilize that. Okay. There is somebody is raising a hand. Saif, shall we leave the Q&A at the end,
As
right?
you said, Dr. Sam,
Okay. You
uh,
know,
please
Imad
note
Khan.
down your questions and let's have a discussion at the end.
Yeah, yeah. Please type in the chat. I will definitely, spend some time, at least 10 to 15 minutes, inshallah. So, having said all of what I said, what is the thing that is actually sweeping the entire tech world, and how the processes are getting optimized, how the orchestration is coming in, how the automation is embedded, and that's where the AI agents are coming. And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, believe me, my dear friends, AI agents are here to stay. AI is here to stay. And if you do not master, if you do not apply it, somebody else will master it, you know, without us getting involved. And I would like to emphasize that learn more about AI agents because that's the future. And if somebody would like to make an accelerated growth in the next couple of years, that's the AI agents. And I'm not saying that anything else is lesser than that. I'm not belittling it, but AI agents is something that is predicted to rule the world for the next couple of years. And there are a lot of reasoning that is coming in. Now, what is the AI agent? Now we said, okay, anyway, let's just quickly look at the agenda for today. Intro to AI agents, why, what, when, how of AI agents, architecture and models, building pragmatic use cases, ethical considerations, impact on industry and work culture, and Q&A. This is our agenda. Now let's go back to the first one, introduction to AI agents. What is an AI agent? You can, in simple word, it is a system or a software that is performing tasks on your behalf. It's simple as that. Earlier, and again, I would like to give a lot of analogies since this is a topic that need to be well understood and well practiced. That's why I would like to use different analogy. Earlier, we used to have personal assistant. If you are a CEO, you used to have 3 or 4 personal assistants. One is looking into all the financial matters, other one is looking into the appointments of it, other one was looking into probably the travel plans or some of the other stuff, other one was looking into the compliances of it, or scheduling of certain business events and that. Now you don't need all of that. You can get rid of human beings there as your personal assistant and onboard digital assistant. And I myself, I have some digital assistants. Probably, I'm not, uh, you know, talking bad about people that replacing people, but those are the tasks that can be done by an AI agent. And by the way, you can build your own AI agent, or use a AI agent studio and build your own, such as what do what could be those AI agents, such as now, if you look at it, there are certain business plans and strategies that every C level or every entrepreneur or every industry leader has set for himself. And throughout a quarter, they have set down some KPIs and KRAs. Now if you create an AI agent for yourself, which is a digital assistant for yourself, and give all the required access to whatever the documents folders that are required, as well as your Outlook, email, and the calendar, and then uh, build it in such a way that it prompts you how far are you with that strategy, and when is the next strategy meeting, what need to be prepared, how is the progress on it, and all of that can be prepared by a digital assistant. And I'm using it, and again, I'm not faking here, I'm using it myself. So you can replace a personal assistant with a digital assistant. And the future that I'm envisaging, that in the next couple of years, in fact, now I'm seeing it in several developed or adapted countries, that each of the C level has got 3 to 4 digital personal assistants. And what are they doing? They are doing exactly the same task that a trained professional personal assistant or a human resource used to do. So we're going to have more and more digital assistants working for us. And why not? Because we are human beings. We are not created for doing repeated tasks. Repeated task must be given to those people, or those systems or software that they are professionally trained for. And AI agent is one of them. So you can actually have a digital assistant. Again, digital assistant and AI agent same. AI agent is a generic name. Digital assistant is assisting you in certain things, but you could have several agents. Now I will give you another analogy of it. Why do we really need the AI agents? What is it? Let us suppose again in India or elsewhere as well, if you have to maybe, um, do a wedding within your family, or maybe of your son or daughter or brother or sister, and you have to do it, what do? You go and, I mean, are you doing it on your own everything? No, you appoint a wedding planner. And most of the cities this is happening, okay, probably not in the villages and towns, but you appoint somebody. Then that wedding planner takes care of everything, such as even designing of the invitation, who should be invited, how the logistics should be, organized for them, who will pick it up from whom, how will you coordinate and communicate, and, what kind of food they will be served, when that food will be served, what is the venue of it, how the venue should be, decorated, and when exactly the wedding should happen, and who will be served what kind of dietary requirements, and then also how do you do the closing ceremony of it, and all of that. And you are not actually doing all of that by yourself, you are actually outsourcing this to one agent, and that agent has got several other agents with some tools, some methods, and that particular agent is performing on behalf of you, and you are paying money or remuneration to that particular agent who is a wedding planner. And this is how the AI agents are. If you have a task, you give it to main agent, and main agent can communicate with several other agents. And within our enterprise, we have built, 4 agents already. Okay, these are very domain specific, because we are into the data quality and governance solutions. We are serving global customer base. We have multiple languages, user interfaces, and the content and all of that. So we developed some of the AI agents. By the way, I named them as 007 because if you are talking about agent, and everybody feels that, oh, what is an agent? So I named it, or we named it from our organization as 007 agent. So we have DA007, it is specifically doing certain task. Immediately you connect with it. Oh, 007, everybody knows what is 007 agent. Oh, okay, agent who is on a mission to perform certain task. We all understood that. And that's why I had to give that name, so that we can bring in a little bit of awareness. And believe me, I was attending a conference in Europe, a week and a half ago, and first demo that I showed of 007 AI agent, everybody came back saying that, can you please show me 007, agent demo? And what it is, no, but they liked the way it has performed several complex tasks that used to take days in minutes. And that's what the AI agents are. AI agents are your digital assistants. You can command, you can guide, you can, ask them, you can, task them, so that they can perform the task on your behalf. So that is what is the AI agent. And I had to, take maybe a longer route to explain, uh, from an analogy perspective of wedding planner, but again, this is exactly the same. The other one could be that which is now being used in travel industry, or whenever you are traveling, probably you are traveling to a place, then you say that I would like to travel with my family, and so and so age, and probably so and so restrictions, depending upon their flexibility to walk, or catch a train or climb steps or all of that. And then I would like to probably visit certain things, and I have only this budget, and how's the weather like, what I must prepare, what I mustn't prepare, and give comprehensive information. You cannot just say that, okay, can you please prepare a travel plan for me for 5 days with family? Because the agent doesn't know who your family is unless you have already contextualized it. So here, whenever you are building the AI agents, build it from a context perspective so that it can give you accurate information. Otherwise, it is going to give you irrelevant information. We'll also see, a couple of documents that I have. I'm just going to walk through, and probably I will share those. Those are already available, but I can also share it via Dr. Saif Saab, so that you can understand it. It is really simplified documents. Those documents I'm going to drop after this. Okay. So if you have a use case such as build me a travel plan with all these things, it is going to give you comprehensive plan, what you must do, what you mustn't do, what you must eat, and what are the best restaurants for you to eat, what are your dietary requirements and all of that. Has it performed everything on its own? No, it was dependent on several other tools, such as probably that localized local hotels, or local restaurants, or local tourism spaces. It was, so it has actually taken your request and passed it on to several other AI agents. And that's what this whole AI agents are about. So that's another use case. Or HR. In HR as well, this has been used heavily. Legal, it is also been used. I'm going to give you a few more examples, and then we'll walk through the documents. So the other thing is that the biggest challenge for the HR guys is that who has performed well, who has really done well, and what you should do with regards to the appraisals, and who are those deserving candidates that must be promoted, and who has performed those tasks that were supposed to be performed by their superiors, and all of that. You build an HR appraisal agent, or appraisal assessment agent, and give access to all the sources, and make it part of the LLM, make it part of the LAM, large actionable models as well. And then you ask a question saying that, can you please tell me so and so person, how did he or she has performed in the last 12 months? It will tell you exactly everything. And I have utilized this myself as well, such as how many hours on an average day that particular person has worked, where that particular person has traveled, which meetings he or she has attended, how many mails have been communicated, and how many back and forth the communication is been cut off, how many first time hits that person had, and how many times even though that person was in CC but has taken action, how many times that person was proactive, and what were the KPIs, whether those KPIs have been already met or not. All of that it will give you, at least it will give you an indication of it. And then if you also give the prompt saying that I have a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, what exactly the rating that you would like to give based upon these KPIs, and that it will give you that answer as well. How wonderful this is. Dear friends, this is what is actually the machines must do, and human beings should command them. But we are threatened now. Okay, maybe AI agents are going to take away. Yes, they are going to absolutely take away the job that is repetitive. But the cognitive thinking and the other stuff, they are not going to take it away now. It is going to take few more years before they can take that. So that's what it is. Or in the legal as well, you have a lot of contracts, maybe thousands of contracts in organization, and even in smaller organization, tens of contracts. But each contract has got probably hundreds of pages, or maybe on an average 200 pages. And who has got so much time? Who has got in this world so much time to go through all of that. Yes, earlier it used to be done by legal guys, but now you throw it to an agent or assign it to an agent. Agent goes through it, and agent can come back and saying that this contract should have expired here, but it has been extended. And by the way, the value what you are getting is only this, and it is not based on the pro rata. And so much we could, invoice it because I have checked it into the invoicing of it. And from the contract non-compliances perspective, these were the non-compliances. By the way, this particular law in this country has changed, but still the contract is referring to the old law, old act, all of that. How wonderful this is. This is absolutely wonderful. My dear friends, this is something that we should do it because we can optimize our productivity. We can really see our existence. Our existence is not to go through the contracts or go through all of that. Yes, the ultimate decision can be done by, can be made by the humans, can be made by the one who has assigned the task to the agent, but at least those insights. That's wonderful. And then you could also have AI agents that can tell you that, yeah, this is a quarterly meeting. I'm preparing for this quarterly meeting. Can you please summarize all of that, what has been discussed in the last 4 quarters? And can you please give me what were the actions that were accomplished by my colleagues, so and so and so? And when were they accomplished? And what are the outstanding actions that are there? And what should be the agenda that I must put down for the next meeting? It does everything. Probably you might not believe it, but some of you who are from this industry, who are practicing it, testing it every day, using it every day, they would definitely believe that this is where the world is moving, and organizations are embarking on that. And then last example that I'm going to talk about is that there are several other examples. And again, if I have not attended or not addressed any of the examples, excuse me for that. And there's no priority of it. So from a programmer's perspective, I'm talking to those tech leaders who are replacing programmers with digital programmers. Those are the AI agents. Earlier, we used to take some inputs from the, Gen AI, wherein, can you please write a Python program so and so? It used to write. Can you please write a Java programmer? It used to write, and all of that, fine. But now, what you have to do is a functional guy or a techno-functional guy need to just, give the scope out to the AI agent, and the AI agent actually programs it and tells you that please test this, and this is what I have programmed. And I don't recall the company name, but recently one company has replaced all the programmers with 1,000 digital programmers. 1,000, not 10, 20,000. So the entire programming is done by them. The quality assurance is done by them. DevOps is done by them. Everything is done by them. And where are we moving? We are moving to a place where you need business acumen, business cases, and rest of the things can be actually, supplemented and complemented by the AI agents. And that's where we are going. Now, architecture and models, I will just show that. I'm sharing another screen. This is the document that I would share. In fact, this is, if you search for OpenAI, a practical guide for AI agents, you would find this document. But if you don't, I will share it with Dr. Saif Saab. Now, when should we build the AI agents? 3 use cases at this point in time. Complex decision making, wherein the workflows are involved, several exceptions are there, and context sensitive decisions are there. In that case, you need an AI agent, such as here, refund approval. You have booked a flight or a hotel or a place, or maybe an item, but you do not want it anymore. So it's a complex thing. Why? Because it has to go through, first of all, whether the payment has been received or not, whether it was a discounted payment or whether it was having any sale price, or what was the location of it, what was whether it was a genuine payment or not, and by the way, uh, the person who has placed it, whether it is genuine or not. So there are several decision making things that need to be performed. In that case, we definitely need AI agent, and that could be a good use case. Why? Because there could be, now look at Amazon, or look at some of the popular e-commerce portals. They have replaced, or some of them have replaced the entire refund mechanism, customer support, and all of that with AI agents. If it is in customer support, it's a very quick one. It asks a few questions and it gives you. But refund is a complex because it must also instruct the payment gateways, what payment gateways to use, how to revert that to the source of the funds that is received. So it has got multiple things. So that's one of them. And then there are other ones where you have very, very difficulty. I mean, it's extremely difficult to maintain rules. There are several rules that you cannot remember, that you cannot understand it, such as in case of HR policies, such as in case of your legal aspects, such as in case of your financial stuff. Several complex rules are there that you must look at. In that case as well, AI agents would make more sense. And then if you have heavy involvement of unstructured data, such as several documents are there, several different sources are there, images are there, videos are there, or tweets are there, streams are there, in that case as well, AI agents would make absolute sense. Now let's just quickly look at the architecture of it. Now, this is from Google, by the way. So what is the question or the prompt here? And this is a simple architecture. So ski trip with my family, and that's the prompt that you have given, and with some context. Okay, with some context. It's a customer user interface, and by the way, user interfaces can be built to consume the AI agents, and it is not a big thing. Now in that case, what it does, it calls for an agent. Sometimes you might have an agent manager as well, which means that a manager who is managing agents. It's exactly, imagine exactly like our departments. In our department as well, if you are assigning a task to maybe to develop something, or if you are assigning a task to do certain things, and you would have a manager. Sometimes you have a project manager, sometimes you have a product manager, sometimes you have functional manager, sometimes you have technical manager. So you assign it to that agent manager, and manager will internally assign it. So manager can use any of the tools that are available, any of the digital assistants that are available, any of the LLM models that are available, and depending upon that, agent would assign it. And there are several models. It can it can go through several models. When I'm talking about model, it is a machine learned model, or it is a gen AI model. And in this context, we are talking about, when we talk about model, we are talking about more so LLM, which is a gen AI model. And who doesn't know about Gen AI? Everybody knows about it. If you don't know about it, you can go on to Grok and then learn more about what are the different models you have, or you can go on to Gemini or OpenAI, ChatGPT, and you can learn more about that. So it assigns it to a model, and model can can call a different functions, such as it could say that, can you please check how is the weather in this particular location. Or it could also have extensions which could be built programmatically via different APIs as well. So it's not just within the ecosystem, it can also call external APIs as well. And that's the beauty of the AI agents. AI agents are not performing within your own environment. They can even externally go and research on it. And from there, it gives you back, the information to it. And then it goes through a function. And then depending upon that, It combines all the inputs coming out of every functional call and then gives you back a response. And this is a simple architecture of it. And you could have several other architectures of the AI agents. Let me just show you the other ones, the simple ones. Now, if you look at just a flow of it, it's an input that you are giving, and it goes to an agent. Agent, it has several instructions, several tasks to perform with tools, guardrails, hooks, and then it gives you back the output. And that's as simple as that. Again, I'm going to share this information. Um, you know, Now, it's another simple one, a manager pattern, wherein you have a manager. This is a different architecture or a flow. Translate hello to different languages for me. So it goes through a manager. Manager would assign a task to Spanish agent because you want it in Spanish. Manager assigns a task to a French agent and then Italian agent, and then you get back the response, and response is being sent back. And that's how it is, and it's very simple to understand. Architecture is not complex. It's absolutely easy, but we need to start understanding it, we need to start building it, and that's what it is. And this is another architecture as well. You can have triage. From there, you can actually choose even the options of it, and then it can also hand it off to the other functions as well, such as now, let's suppose you have placed an order with Zomato or Swiggy, and then you are calling back a customer support. Let us imagine that it's a digital assistant. Now it immediately tells you that what's the issue. No, I have issue with a delivery boy. Then it will transfer your call to other digital assistant. If you have if you have issue with the delivery or quality of the food or short supply of what you have ordered, or some other thing, refunds and payments issue, it has different agents, and that is how we must look at it. And I'm sure you got it. I'm just emphasizing more on it. But now, then let's look at some of the guardrails. This is very, very important, because from an ethical perspective, we need to build AI agents, because you are assigning the task on behalf of the human beings, which means that agent is going to perform on behalf of you. So whatever it performs will be accountable for you, and it will be accountable to you. Right now, accountability good example of user. From that user, AI model here, if you look at it, you have different models there, and this is completely LLM. And we have two different models here: GPT-4 Omni, which is for the hallucination or for relevance checking. Then the other one is whether it is safe or unsafe. Now, why we are bringing in this thing? Because maybe you are asking certain things that are unsafe, such as you say that I would like to bombard this facility using maybe some nuclear bomb or this or that. And is it safe? It's not safe. Even though it is not relevant, but is it safe? It is not safe. Or you might be asking certain things that are to do with evil things, that are to do with the unethical things, such as I would like to hack somebody's computer, can you please give me this one, or I would like to do this. So that's the reason. Now majority of the vendors, majority of the OEMs of the LLMs, they have built the models to check whether it is relevant or not, whether it is safe or unsafe. Now let's suppose I'm asking a question that has no relevance to my context. Then it will tell you that, sorry, you are trying to exploit this, and this is unsafe. And maybe I'm asking a question wherein maybe I'm trying to take advantage of my gender or my ethnicity, or maybe it is against the rules of a nation, and then immediately it flags it, saying that whether it is safe or unsafe. So we need to bring in ethics into this, guys. AI agents are great, all of that, but we need to take accountability of it. So build your models in such a way that if there is irrelevant question or unsafe thing is there, maybe flag it, immediately flag it and then block it. And there are certain, Gen AI models that are already doing it, started doing it, or hate speech. I mean, this is something that is common, or abusing, or maybe accusing somebody. Those are the things that are unsafe, and those are absolutely against our practices. Those are absolutely against our beliefs. So those are the things that we need to look at. So what are the guardrails that we are talking about? Whenever we have something, please make sure that your AI agents are not biased. When I say biased, not taking advantage of anything, not discriminating anything, and you are ethically following absolutely the rules of the nation, or the act, or the platform. So, and then there could be other rule-based protections as well as part of it, such as, so many characters should be the limit. No, you cannot ask this. This is from the, black list of it, or you could also have regular expressions, which is the regex of it. And again, by the way, OpenAI has also come up with the agent SDK, software development kit. So you can import that. And it is very simple to use it. You can use it, but use it only for the context that you require. You do not want to build maybe an agent, how can I make a best coffee? You don't want, because, somebody else has already done it and it has been trained. What is the best coffee? Everybody knows that. But if you would like to bring in a context saying that in this place with this limitation, or maybe to serve some maybe especially abled people, probably that's a different use case. So guard railing is very, very important. And that's where the ethics would come in. So types of guardrails: relevance classifier, whether it is really relevant or not; safety classifier, whether it is really, you are asking a safe question or not; and then PII, which is personally identifiable information, which is also, GDPR, which is also available in several countries. You cannot ask, PII related questions. Okay. And then moderation, which is the harassment, violence, hate speech, and all those things. So these are the things that we need to look at it and flag them. Who is asking it and what context they are asking it, and how we can flag it and reanalyze it. And that's what we need to do. And one of the other things that we need to do whenever we are building AI agents is that you can ask them to perform the task, but please go back and check whether each and every task has been performed as it is been documented, as it is being developed, as it is being designed, as it is being intended to use. Because if it is not serving the objectivity of it, then it's going to be a challenge, absolutely challenge for you. So humans need to get involved to validate, verify from various perspectives of it, and then only train it further so that it actually gives you unbiased information, or it performs the task exactly as per what it has to be. And then rule-based protections as well, such as block lists. You cannot, what you call, use certain API addresses, IP addresses, domain names, and those are the things. And also some of the regular expressions to generate SQL statements for SQL injections and all those things. You should not. So those are the things that we need to look at. And then the other thing is privacy of the content, and then the safety of the content. The content that you are using, the content on which you are building your AI agents, please ensure that the data privacy is there. Please ensure that it is safe content. It is not somebody else content that you are taking it and using it. Yes, if it is publicly available, it's already been published by the publisher. Probably you can take it in some countries, but not everywhere, and then build your AI agents with the reasoning. Why have you done this? The reasoning should be there. So those are the things that we need to really look at from the perspective of it. Okay. And then, okay, this is just, lot of stuff. So I'm going to share both of them, both these documents. I'm going to drop it. If you would like to utilize it, you can utilize it. Otherwise, you can leave it. And then now going back to pragmatic use cases. I have already given examples of some of them, but especially software development, logistic planning, complex customer, request, HR, legal, or your project management. Those are the things that you can actually build AI agent use cases and build AI agent use cases in such a way that those are orchestrating. Let me explain you the, what do we mean by orchestration? We used to have a word called automation. Then we had, something called integration. Now it's an orchestration. Orchestration is something, once you establish it, it works on its own autonomously, irrespective of the time, day, who is using it, when it's being used, how it is being used, what it is being used for. It works seamlessly. And that orchestration is something that we need to consider whenever we are building AI agents. Okay. So what should be the approach? First of all, if you are working already in an organization and if they are using maybe LLM, please go and speak to those stakeholders and ask them, what is your pain point? Where is it we are investing a lot of time? Let me understand that problem. Let me understand what is taking our productivity. What some of the companies have done is that they went to their timesheet system, they went to their backlog system, and they have extracted all the information out of it, and then they categorized it, classified it, and saying that, oh, see, these are the activities we take so much of time. Okay, is it a valid case for building an AI agent? If it is, then go for it. Go for it, but don't go big. Build something small, addressing only few use cases around that, addressing some of the problems and bringing in value, and then you can expand on it, because AI agent is a framework. AI agent is not something, not just a technology. AI agent is a framework, and agentic architecture is something that you can always extend it. It is flexible enough to plug in and plug out. It is flexible enough to change. You do not have to have it hardly bonded. You need to have loosely coupled. You need to have it dynamically calling the based upon the actionable models, dynamically calling based on the workflow. So those are the things. So think about those challenges, and talk about those pragmatic things, and then build smaller and then move forward. But whenever you are building it, use the right LLM models, train it with the unbiased data, right quality data, by looking into the privacy and the security of it. Then once you do that, look at what kind of productivity it has increased. Believe me, guys, believe me, my dear friends, in the next 1 year or so, you would see that the entire work culture is going to be changed. And I'm seeing that even in those countries who are advanced, even in those countries who are slow to adapt, still I'm seeing huge cultural change. Those days are gone when a question is asked, a task is assigned, you say that, sorry, I don't know, I'm not expert in that. You don't even have to use the AI agents, use whatever the Gen AI applications that are available, try to build a workflow around that and then adapt it. And I have seen this even in the government departments. I was talking to somebody from the government department. They said that, yeah, these are the repetitive things that we get. And every day we spend hundreds of hours from my department. And now we are trying to build, agent. We have, obviously, they do not have in-house capabilities. That's why they have outsourced it. So whoever even would like to build, some of the agents, they can. I personally believe that they can go out and look at the problems, challenges that organization is facing, or any entity is facing, or any department is facing, or any function is facing. Put down your foot forward, build something, showcase the value realization. And believe me, nobody would, belittle you if you are showcasing the value realization. Value realization is important for everybody, and industry is very much adapting it. Yes, we had automation in the manufacturing industry since long time, but now the software industry is adapting the AI agents, and all the big players in the market, whether the ERP players, whether the other, non-ERP players, or whether any enterprise software players, everybody has focused on building the workflows with the AI agents, and that's what it is. So we have come to an end. It's a Q&A. I can talk more about it, but my intent was to just to give you guys a glimpse of it, and then you can go on and research, learn about it. I have already given you a couple of pointers with regards to what are those things that you can look at and start building. Thank you. There are questions. Let me go sequentially. Yeah, there's a question from Imad Khan saying that am I actually putting my own job at risk by doing it? No, absolutely not. Because the things, the repetitive tasks, the tasks that can be done by the AI, give it to them and then you upskill. What is it that you need to upskill? As the great sources are actually the Gen AI applications. Please go and see what is going to be the future in the next 3 to 5 years. What skills are required, and it will tell you, and focus on those skills. But again, don't focus on the ones that are having very, very short, lifetime, such as prompt engineering. I'm not saying that it is bad, but prompt engineering probably even prompting can also be done by an AI model in future. So don't invest so much into it, okay? But build something that is sustainable. Again, we are also moving towards AGI. We are also moving towards quantum. We are also moving towards the other technologies that are AI related. Those are the ones that you can look at it. Quantum is definitely there, and yes, probably at this point in time it is hardware is a constant, but I don't think that it will be anymore within a year or two. And I myself, with our chairman, we yearly present something on quantum at MIT CDOIQ every year. So quantum, definitely it has got a lot more things. But if you would like to also see the trends of it, Gartner is a great source, Forrester is a great source, McKinsey is a great source, and all of these are the applications that are available. You can go and check that. Okay, is it, Anwar Sheikh is asking, is it um, possible to create AI agents for security? Most of them now, they are already building it. The software that they are building in the near future, with the security devices and all of that, would be AI agent. So they are building the agentic based on the AI agentic architecture. They are already doing it. Um, all the code is written by the LLMs in this case. And again, now the ID is integrated development environments. If you take it SAP, Microsoft, or any other environments that you take, everything comes with code generation capability, code optimization capability. So you just describe it and it comes with that. Okay. Uh, so how much freedom flexibility does agent SDK? Again, agent SDK at this point in time, it is probably, the one of the attempts to do it. I'm not saying that it is end of it. Um, you know, I don't think this is end of it. But there might be some restrictions at this point in time, but API calls extendability, nobody is going to restrict you to use only what is supported by SDK. You can always branch out for extendability using the APIs and all of that. There is one question from Mr. Adil team. I think the organizers would be able to answer that. Would like to ask something. What are all things we want to study? Like, I'm a beginner. Okay. Muhammad is asking, what is it that I must study? Please ask Grok, ask Gemini, and give your complete profile and show your interest. Ask, and probably it will give you better suggestion than I can give you, because it has got more information and well as content, compared to me. What skills to be learned? Mr. Anwar Sheikh, like I again said, go to Grok, Gemini, give your strengths and weaknesses and your capabilities, your skill set. It will guide you. And I'm telling you that's the best thing. And by the way, I'm also talking to some of the big consulting firms. They are getting rid of not 10, thousands of people from their organizations who used to do the repetitive task of giving generic advices. So those are the things that we can look at. Can you share those documents in OpenAI? Yes, I'm going to share it with the organizers, and they will post it in the right forum as needed. How agent differ from DevOps methodology? DevOps is a methodology wherein you are continuously developing and continuously deploying it, whereas AI agent is for workflow automation, workflow orchestration. It is for accomplishing tasks that need to be performed. I'm from ETL background, so what are you? Okay, ETL tools are also going to be, we have also a ETL tool where we are building it in such a way that can you please look out for this data, from this database and build a transformation. And that's where we are doing. So ETL is also going to be transformed. The entire features are going to be AI agent enabled because, I mean, who has got time to write the scripts? Who has got time to, analyze the data? Now the data profiling, data maturity assessment, all those things are being done by AI. Most of it have been done by AI now. Can I unmute and ask the question? Probably organizers can help with that. Can we know a little bit more about 007? 007 is just a name that I have given so that everybody, understands it completely and it connects with them. Because if I would have said that I have built an AI agent for um, content extraction and enrichment, the guys would have confused. Oh, what is it? What it does? I said that I have a 007 that extracts the content from various sources. Then immediately, oh, 007. Oh, we can relevant, we can have a relevance to it. We can relate it. And that's the reason. And these are the agents that we build it for our customers within our solutions in our organization. And they are serving now some of the internal, departments as well as some of the external um, which is available. Any resources for 007 is only my naming convention and my model that I have given. And by the way, we developed our own LLM. When I say developed, we have taken an open source and we contextualized it, which is called IS Lexitas. Very, very comprehensive one is something that we have looked at. What is the professional way to approach any company for their point? It's via social media at this point in time, via the connects. What you can also do is focus on the HR oriented, legal, services oriented companies, and where you have the lethargic work. Please focus on that. You would be able to do that. Is it possible to integrate AI agent in RPA tool? Absolutely, it is possible. AI agents could be just an API or an extendable SDK, or it could be some functions or some procedures, some triggers, some workflows. I think most of them I have answered it. If I have not answered anything, please type in. Yeah, we are left with about 3.5 minutes. Dr. Saif, there were some questions that I did not want to answer because those were related to the the whole forum and all of that. Probably you can take one-on-one. I skipped them. Sanaullah is asking, I'm from IBM BPM administrator, advertising to install the product on board, the developers and support for 6 months. So what is the question there? Any short projects to start working promptly in AI agents? See, even within your day-to-day task, if there are anything that you can automate, orchestrate, please start with that. That would be good because you would be trying out yourself on your own problems. And that's what I did initially. And that's what I suggest everybody to do that. Okay. AI agents can be built on low budget as long as you are just using some of the LLM capabilities that are hosted by these large OEM players. It could be Gemini, it could be OpenAI, it could be Microsoft, or it could be DeepSeek, it could be anything, Those APIs are available now. Even the pricing has gone down. So I don't think that, you would need to invest a lot of it. If you are not related to IT field as well, as long as you have the functional knowledge, if you know the business acumen, you would be able to build, AI agents using that business acumen for your own industry as well. So you can do that. Again, you can ask Mr. Nadeem this question to Grok or Gemini. They would give you much better, comprehensive guidance. Is there any boilerplate code available in GitHub? I'm not aware of that. Yeah, you would be able to combine both, which is the manual as well as the automation as well. You can always have the exit points. Even in our agents, we have put down some exit points. It asks you, do you want me to continue further to the next steps, or would you like to take the decision now, or shall I hand it off to you? So you can always do that. That's a great question, Nadeem. You have just passed 12th. I personally don't think that you must learn to become a programmer. I want you to, I want all the future to understand what is the programming and how do you write it. But I do not want them to write the programs, because you just need to understand how a system interprets your instructions and gives you the source code. So I don't think that you must become a programmer, but you must definitely become somebody who understands the AI world, AI technologies, and those are very easy to run. I personally give advice to several of them, saying that cut off your time on the other social media, put your hands on to the Gen AI apps, so you would be able to learn more about it. Okay, what's next trend after AI agents? AGI is coming. AGI is coming, and I think we're gonna see the speed with which the information would be processed and delivered. So quantum is definitely there around the corner. I must say that it is just there, but we have not focused onto it, and there are others that are absolutely coming at us with the speed that we are not even imagining. If you are interested in Java programming, please use an IDE tool, which has got the AI enabled code generator, or AI empowered source code generator, and then you would be able to learn faster than what you would learn from the traditional methods. AI, Gen AI, both of them are going to stay here. Best tool to start with for practice. See, even if I give you a tool, maybe in a week or two, it will be outdated. That's why please ask this same question to Gen AI, Grok, Gemini. You would get better answers and better, guidance. Functional consultant in agentic AI. Yes, that's a great question. What is the role of an ERP functional consultant? ERP functional consultants can transform all these lethargic process flows, workflows to orchestrations driven by AI agents. And we have done that. We have cut down probably 20% of steps already. We're going to cut down probably in future 50% of the steps and replace them with the AI, AI or agentic AI. Ethical AI, ethical AI. If you want to understand ethical AI, we need to understand the AI acts that have been already published, AI policies that have been published by them. One of the great sources, MIT. MIT has published a lot more on ethical stuff, and they have been, in my view, they have been very unbiased, fair organization, so far. So probably you can go to MIT and search for MIT, AI Act, and it has got a lot more ethical stuff. Can you help how to build such orchestration AI system? First, you need to, describe the process, and then ask, Gen AI applications such as Gemini, Grok, or even OpenAI or Copilot, what are the steps for that? Thank you very much. Thank you for everybody's attention, and I'm sure that this 1 hour is not wasted. It is actually invested in the right thing. And please commit and give assurance to the society that are especially the organizers of this forum, that you are going to utilize all the knowledge that you are acquiring from it to build your careers further. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Imad, Jazakumullah khair,
Thank you.
for your
Thank you.
great insights. It will definitely help us move forward. And thanks to all the audience and for your active participation. Inshallah, we'll keep on having such further sessions. So with this, we close this for today. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.